What's good, y'all? What's good? Can you guys hear me okay? Can you guys hear me okay? You guys hear me okay? Alright. We're gonna run with that 73 program. Excuse me. That 73 program. And Miss Budweiser. Let's go. Good turn. Good turn. At the Atlas van lines screaming on the outside. Oh. We get loose. Coming to the front stretch. Whoa. Man, I knocked that energy down quick. That was a good hit though too. Coming up on the inside of Sunny Jim. Trying to get our spot back. Three wide on the front stretch. The Madison and the Budweiser coming down the front stretch, third and fourth, trying to catch up to the Pan Pac and the Pizza Pete. Looks like the Pizza Pete is in first, Pan Pac second. You got the Madison and the Bud fighting for third and fourth back here. 1 lap to go. Boy, Madison pulled out on us a little bit. Pizza Pete first, Pan Pac second. This Madison third, Budweiser fourth. Sunny Jim fifth, Atlas Van Line sixth. That's how the race finishes out. We were gonna run that again. Atlas Van Line, Sunny Jim, Budweiser, Pizza Pete, Madison, and Pan Pac. Good turn. Boy, that Pizza Pete gets out there. Let's go. Good turn. Good turn. Let's go. You got the pack to Bud. Look at this. Pac, the Bud, and Sunny Jim all coming down the front stretch. Third, fourth, and fifth. Oh no, second, third, fourth. How is this one going to shake out with 3 laps to go? Budweiser still trailing in 4th. Trying to gain ground on Sunny Jim and the Pain Pack. Budweiser passing to Sunny Jim on the outside. Sunny Jim caught some rough water. Budweiser tightens it up on Sunny Jim. Coming down the front stretch. What a race. That was a hell of a race right there. We are going to go with the Redman. The Miss Madison, the Redman, the Pizza Pete, the Sunny Jim, the Budweiser, and the Value Mark. Redman, the Pizza Pete, and the Budweiser coming down the front stretch. 1, 2, and 3. Going into the turn. Oh, the Pizza Pete turns into the Redman. Oh my God, causing the Budweiser to have very clean water to take the lead of the race. Redman picking up speed, coming back. Let's go, we're in 3rd place. Two laps to go. Sixth and final lap. The Miss Madison is trying to come and challenge the Redman. The Redman tightens it up on the Madison. Miss Budweiser, Pizza Pete, Redman, Madison, Sunny Jim, and the Value Mark. That's how the race shakes out. We are going with the Miss Budweiser. We got the Atlas Van Line, Squire Shop, Dr. Toyota, Budweiser, Tempest, and the Evergreen Roofing. Going into the first turn. The Squire and the Atlas are pulling away from the field. Squire hits rough water. The Budweiser and the Atlas are now pulling away from the field. The Griffin and the Blaster. The Squire is not out of it.
Here's how you go from this to that with Adobe Express. You're going to start by uploading your media. You're going to select your video, duplicate it, and then align. Make sure your top layer is selected, remove that background. Then you'll go ahead and add your text, customize it to your style.
Walk made so that he could claim.
Radio guys right here. You can answer all the questions standing on the tower. But I stopped Mitch on the way up. I said, are we ready? And everything.
Later on this afternoon, and you know he's going to want to be at least out in front of the 440 for this one.
And you know, that's a great point, Kevin, and the interesting point that you raise with that conversation is, imagine if we were running a normal H1 Unlimited race, the third section of heats is the last one before the final. This would be the last opportunity to get points, but because we run the Gold Cup format here, we've got 2 more sets of heats to go, so that plays to the advantage of the Griggs Ace Hardware U3 and the 440. 2 more opportunities to move up into that top 6.
Yes,
Anything can happen.
So lane number 1, who's going to make the move? Dave Villwock's always been one of the craftiest when it comes to trying to gain that lane.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be at all surprised to see that, especially with the way he was testing this morning. He was just pinned on the buoys. At least down here, Kevin, I don't know if you noticed it, but he could have put his hand out the window and touched that apex buoy when he was going around.
Yeah, he was right on the line. And after yesterday, I think that he's going to do everything he can to be back on that line again. Yeah, he didn't win the heat, but we saw how aggressive he was going to be so that he could be in lane 1. How does Jimmy Shane respond to that, though? I mean, that was an incredibly aggressive move yesterday, something that maybe...
I went home last night. That was the first thing I dialed up on YouTube. I wanted to see what that move looked like from start-finish line with Tate Myers' camera. And I thought it was a whole lot closer than it was.
It was well-timed.
It was very well-timed. And as far as if Dave Villwock has something else up his sleeve, let me tell you, that guy's trick bag, it's a deep one. It's a real deep one. And Villwock would love nothing more. He's not in a national high points race, really, but he would like to go out right now and send a message, put a flare across Jimmy Shane's bow, if you will, and say, hey, I'm here. And you're going to have to deal with me before the day's out. He'd like to give him a message, I can assure you.
We're about 1 minute to the 5-minute gun.
Yes, we are. I'm going to head up on top, and we're going to go get our perch, put my watch, which is set. We are at 5:45.
And again, the home street, Jimmy Shane, number 1, the U1. The U3, Griggs Ace Hardware with Jimmy King. Also the 40, Beacon Plumbing with Dave Villwock, and the 440 bucket list with Dustin Eccles will be heading out of the pits momentarily onto the Columbia River course. And then we'll have the 5-minute milling period before the start of Heat 3A. 3B will come up later with Miss Tri-Cities, J. Michael Kelly in the 8, Corey Peabody in the 9, Pinnacle Peak Consulting, both with the Strong Racing Team boats. 11 J&Ds with Jamie Nielsen, and the 12 Graham Trucking with Andrew Tate in Heat 3B, which will be after the Hapo Over the River Air Show. Countdown getting underway as we head back down to the pits, and our American Radiator pit reporters, we see the boats being positioned as they will push off from the dock.
First boat away from the dock, the U3, the Griggs Ace Hardware, Jimmy King. Good to see them come off the top end. The other dock, next boat away from the dock, coming out almost together, Dave Villwock in the U40, the Beacon Plumbing, Jimmy Shane in the U1, the Miss Home Street. The 440 bucket list is still sitting at the dock, but oh, Kevin, here we go. You've got some great-looking race boats coming at you. Water conditions are absolutely perfect. The flag atop the Blue Bridge is hanging straight down. Let's go racing, guys. It's race day at the Hapo Columbia Cup.
And Jimmy King early on, right there against the buoy line. Dave Villwock goes out way wide, but comes back down, gets into lane 2. Jimmy Shane taking a little more direct route than the 40. He'll come out, bounce around through the wake, and hang out lane 2 as well. And then here comes Dustin Eccles down the Griggs backstretch. And the 440. So all 4 boats up, running. All 4 boats. It's going to look like they're going to start.
Looks like a driver's parade.
They are pretty separated.
Yeah, they are. They've got all of them have 3 rooster tail length leads.
Jimmy King would be more than content if that's how it finished.
Yeah, you're right, I guess. Hey, somebody's cutting across the infield, everybody. Guess who?
Yeah, guess who? Looks like a lot of orange up there.
Dave Villwock already to the front stretch and claiming lane number 1. It's early.
He jumps in front of, it looks like, Jimmy King.
Yeah, King's going to slide back over to the inside. We're going to have a little wake to deal with for Jimmy King.
And he'll be okay. We're
yeah,
still
no question.
3:15 to the start.
At the exit pin of Buffalo Brothers turn 4 onto the Payne West Insurance front stretch. The home street and the 440 with Dustin Eccles back down to Tire Factory turn number 2, Kevin Rounds.
Bill Walk and Jimmy King both come all the way down here. Bill Walk a little bit wide out there. Jimmy King a little tighter to the buoy. Both a little bit different positions in terms of timing. Jimmy King not quite yet done with lane 1. We'll see if he decides he wants to cut over at some point.
I think, Brad, it's fascinating the way we have 2 boats on the back and 2 on the front now. And how they're all going to end up together is just what this exciting milling period is all about.
Yeah,
Bill Walk across the ESCO Electric infield.
That's what I was just going to say. So, yeah, you got Shane and Eccles down here at the bottom end of the race course, and now we've split our other 2 boats because Dave did what Dave does. If that's a good statement, very Vilwalk-esque.
Are we about 2 minutes?
We are 2:15. 2:15.
Yeah.
Here goes Dave again.
Yeah, Jimmy Shane cut a lot of power there, too, so this is where you have to watch for the beacon on the top.
Oh, boy. Watch Dave. Watch Dave, because here we are at 2 minutes.
He'll have to go past the midway point before he can cut over.
But if he does, he would be able to get in front of Jimmy and be cool. He's at $150 right now.
You know who might be in the catbird seat on all this?
Jimmy Shane cuts.
But now here comes Dave.
Dave's going to try to get back to the front stretch in front of him.
Looks like yesterday, got to go around that start buoy. He does. It looks good from here.
It was really close, too, to that buoy.
You know who's in the catbird seat on all this? Oh, now he's cutting. I thought Jimmy King might be in a prime position to take that lane.
He's early.
He would have been very early because we just now stepped inside 130. So we're at 125. Dave is going to sit in 1. Watch for King to go up, and he'll cut the course across the top end.
He's going at near full speed at this point, trying to get over there.
Yeah, and that might play out okay for him as he gets up and will probably cut in, and he will. He comes around to the front stretch across the ESCO Electric infield. So on the back stretch, so right in front of you, Kevin Rounds.
Yeah, absolutely. Dave Vilwalk, lane 1. Jimmy Shane, lane 2. Actually, he's trying to hang out to lane 1. Not sure how he can keep it there, but he's hanging out in the wake of the Vilwalk.
He can go again.
Oh, Jimmy King's going to cut across ESCO field, infield to the back stretch.
He'll be fine. He's just going to be wide. 43 seconds.
Now the question is Bill Walk in 1? Looks like it. Bill Walk in 1, and then you've got Jimmy Shane in lane number 2. Lane number 3, it's going to be the bright red 3, Griggs Ace Hardware on the Griggs backstretch. In lane 3, Eccles will push outside into lane number 4. Clock counting down, and we're at about 20 seconds to the apex. And on to Buffalo Brothers turn number 4.
Seconds.
Bill Walk in 1, Shane in 2. Now we start to see King in 3. And on the outside, Eccles. Boy, what a pretty picture coming off the exit
4
pin.
seconds. 3
onto
seconds.
the front stretch.
2, 1, mark.
And it is a clean start down the front stretch. Jimmy King is leading in lane number 3. On the inside of him, you've got Jimmy Shane, and in lane number 1, Bill Walk as they head to turn number 1.
Yeah, Bill Walk could be in a tough spot here. He's in lane 1 as they come down to the corner. It's going to get tight for him in there, Kevin.
Oh, but Bill Walk, he got a little too loose there, I think, and Jimmy Shane able to get a rooster tail lead in the back. Now the battle's going to be for second. Jimmy King showing some power down the Griggs backstretch.
Yeah, he is. He really had a better turn. Dave Vilwalk hit the slop on the inside and backed out of the throttle. He did not have a good run. And Butch Finnegan turn number 1 into Tire Factory turn number 2 up the Griggs backstretch. It's Jimmy Shane in the lead as he dives into Shell Sun Market turn number 3 over to Buffalo Brothers turn number 4 and onto the Payne West Insurance front stretch. Bill Walk is on the inside with a shorter course around, but Jimmy Shane has the boat speed and the momentum. The race becomes for second place with Jimmy King in the Griggs Ace Hardware on the outside, Bill Walk on the inside in the 40 Beacon Plumbing. Jimmy King is going to pull even with Bill Walk as they come down the front stretch for second place.
Yeah, Jimmy King's in a tough spot. He's going to pull up alongside Dave Vilwalk, but he's driving a big course. Now, watch Shane. He can move over on Vilwalk, but I don't think he's going to do it.
Yeah, he's hanging out at lane 2 right now. Bill Walk much better turn that time. Now he's got about a rooster tail on Jimmy King. Jimmy King drops down into lane 2. to try to shorten the distance for himself and gain on the 40.
And he's trying to pull back inside and get up with Dave Villwock on the back stretch, but Villwock with a wonderful run up the Griggs back stretch, and he'll dive into the Sun Pacific Energy Shell Sun Market turn number 3 and hold on to second place with King on the outside, back about a rooster tail, maybe a half a rooster tail now. Lead for a second place with Dave Villwock. The race leader across the start-finish line now is Jimmy Shane with 1 lap to go in Heat 3A. Second place, Dave Villwock by almost a rooster tail coming down the front stretch. But Jimmy King's going to try to reel him in. I don't know if he's going to have enough real estate to catch him.
But he's in a lot better spot right now because no longer is Villwock in lane 1. He's outside of Shane. So right now from a lane position, King is tighter to Villwock.
Villwock is out wide. He's about lane 3 or 4. Jimmy King, though, is riding even bigger course. Villwock, much better turn again. Now he's got about a rooster tail and a half, 2 rooster tail lead on Jimmy King.
Yeah, Dave Villwock really settled his boat down in the last 2 laps, the last 2 trips around the Bunch Finnegan turn 1 into Tire Factory turn number 2 at the bottom end of the course, and he's able to pull away from Jimmy King with over a rooster tail lead now for second place. The race leader is coming off the Buffalo Brothers turn number 4 exit pin on the Payne West Insurance front stretch, and the checkered flag is out. One more time for Jimmy Shane in the U1 home street, and a 3A victory for Jimmy Shane. Dave Villwock onto the Payne West Insurance front stretch, and Jimmy King jumped back inside of him and had an opportunity to gain some ground, but Villwock's going to hold on to second. Third place will go to the 3, Griggs Ace Hardware with Jimmy King. Dustin Eccles still coming up the Griggs backstretch, and he'll dive into the Shell Sun Market turn number 3 and come around for 4th place points in the 440 Bucket List Racing. So Jimmy Shane will get the victory as the boats head back to the Neil F. Lamson pits. And the excitement, Kevin Rounce, was all at that milling period, and it was quite a lot of fun to see who was going to end up where.
We joked about the repeat from yesterday's final heat, and we saw a near repeat of the move that Dave Villwock used yesterday to get into that lane 1, and it looked initially like he might be able to hang out there, but Jimmy Shane's boat is really fast.
You know, and we saw this in some of the racing here, and also
With Pi Prime, you can make pizza here, back here, and even way up here.
Yes, sir. Everything we've got that's worth mentioning through the day, which is actually tough because you guys do such a great job.
there's a lot to cover.
It gives me a lot to cover, and so it takes a lot of restraint and discretion to make sure I can put the thing together and just give you the best of the best, because there's just so much good stuff going on today and some really great racing. Though I got to say, personally, I'm disappointed to see that Big Ed and his team have to call it a day. They were doing some really great racing and really giving Greg Hoff a run for his money there.
It was a fun one in the E350 class. That final is going to be a blast. But let's go unlimited hydroplane racing on the Columbia River. Kevin Rounce, the boats are heading to you.
It's the U3, Jimmy King and the Turbinator going to be first up here. The Tire Factory turn 2. Dave Villwock going out wide, getting that sort of straight shot down the backstretch. Jimmy Shane coming out as well, and Dustin Eccles getting that boat fired up. Still got to get on plane before he jumps out here. 4 boats on the water, all 4 on plane. And boy, big one for the U40. This is a huge race for the U40. He needs at least 2 spot separation between him and Dustin Eccles to pass him.
So up Griggs backstretch is the Griggs boat, the 3. And he'll be diving into Firehouse Subs turn number... Nope. He skipped right through the ESCO Electric infield instead. Oh, so does Dave Villwock from front to back. Neither of the boats went up to the top end of the course. Now, will Jimmy Shane in the home street turn through? Not yet. Looks like he'll proceed into Firehouse Subs turn number 3.
328 to the start. Coming down here to the lower end of the race course. Gee, I think we've seen some of this before. There goes Jimmy King. He says, I'm not going to follow Vilwalk down to the all the way down to the bottom end of the race course. Dave's down here. Jimmy King said, no thanks. I'll go over to the backstretch. 3 minutes and 10 seconds. 3:10, Mike.
Up to Buffalo Brothers turn number 4 onto the Payne West Insurance front stretch. In lane number 1 right now is Jimmy Shane in the home street. Moving slow down the front stretch. On the outside, you've got Dustin Eccles in the 440 Bucket List Racing. Now, did Jimmy King cut the infield again? Nope, he's going to go around Firehouse Subs turn 3. It's Vilwalk cutting through the ESCO Electric infield.
240. Here comes Jimmy Shane. He's going to come all the way down. Dustin Eccles is with him on the far outside.
Watch Dave. Is he going to cut through the ESCO Electric infield again?
I don't think he can. I mean, he can, but he's not going to get in front of Jimmy.
Yeah. No, but he could go back around on a short course again.
Yep, we'll see if he does. And nope, he's going to come all the way down. So he'll come down. Here comes Jimmy King across start-finish line. See how far he wants to go, or if he wants to hang a hard left here now.
Got to get him more in line with other people, and he will.
Yeah, now this will be interesting with him and Vilwalk, but if Vilwalk's going to get out
Dave's
of there
going to get him, yeah. He gunned it. I think when he heard the 3 was cutting the course. But now Jimmy King got inside, I think.
Nope, he just went back out.
Whoa!
Oh, he jumped over the wake and he went outside.
Yeah, remember the boat that is on the race course has the right-of-way.
Jimmy Shane will cut through the ESCO Electric infield to the Payne West Insurance front stretch. Dustin Eccles continued around the top end of the course. Dave Vilwalk's going to cut through the ESCO infield and come to the front stretch now. Jimmy King will stay out and go through the Firehouse Subs turn 3 and around to Buffalo Brothers turn number 4.
It's going to be Jimmy Shane, looks like, on lane 1. Unless Vilwalk can play a little bit of possum here and cut the course.
Well, we're at about a $1:15, aren't we?
Yeah, 1:15 right now. So
Jimmy Shane in 1, Vilwalk in 2. Where is Jimmy King going to go?
Well, he could cut it, but I don't know that he can cut it fast enough.
This could be good. Jimmy could get over there now if he wanted to go.
No. Is he going to go? He's not.
He's going to bring it all the way down.
In fact, we're getting some speed. These boats are getting a little to full throttle. I think they're feeling pretty good about where they are. Jimmy King,
50 seconds.
Where's Jimmy King going to go?
He's lane 2 right now.
He's going to end up in 3.
Yeah, you're right, because Eccles will move outside.
35 seconds.
Does he see enough room maybe to jump between Vilwalk and Shane?
Nope.
Doubt it.
Okay,
Nope, he'll be in lane 3. Shane in 1, Vilwalk in 2. You've got King in 3, Eccles in lane 4 as they come up the back stretch. Countdown underway for Heat 4A as we work our way to the Hapo Columbia Cup. 20 seconds on the clock. See if we get a clean start for Heat 4A. Racers have been pretty good.
10 seconds.
In timing it out today. Shane in lane 1, Vilwalk in 2. Lane 3 is King, Eccles on the outside. And it is a clean start from our vantage point. Vilwalk and Shane deck to deck. Jimmy King's got some boat speed, and he's in the tunnel in lane number 3.
Yeah, it is Vilwalk and it is Shane, but it is Shane in lane number 1. Get down here first. Got about 2 boat lengths on Vilwalk.
Yeah, he's bouncing around a little bit. Vilwalk goes out way wide, which forces Jimmy King out wide. And so Vilwalk comes out of Tire Factory turn 2 with almost a rooster tail deficit, trying to check him down the Griggs backstretch.
Yeah, Jimmy Shane had a really good Tire Factory turn number 2 and onto the Griggs backstretch. We'll see if Vilwalk can at least maintain his position on the course, and I think that will not happen because Jimmy Shane on the inside has the boat to beat in the home street, and it has proved itself to be the strongest competitor in the field out of the box. Off the exit pin, turn number 4. And we had Jimmy King dive to the inside. There was enough overlap, so Jimmy King moves inside of Vilwalk as they come across start-finish line. The race leader is Jimmy Shane, Vilwalk in second. Hard charging Jimmy King of the Griggs Ace Hardware is on the inside of Vilwalk, but he cannot catch him down the front stretch.
That's going to be the race. Shane is already to the entrance pin and into the apex, but
if you have a utility meter like this on the side of your house, you could get paid to go solar for no money out of pocket.
now here is going to be the race for second. Keep an eye on the piston boat on the inside. Dave's having to go Shane's wash, Kevin.
Yeah, Vic King is within the rooster tail of Villwock, and this is a big deal for Dave Will Villwock. He cannot finish back-to-back with Dustin Eccles. He needs at least one vote between him to get past the 440 points.
He cannot let Jimmy King pass him if he wants to make it into the final heat. Up the backstretch, Jimmy Shane into Firehouse Subs, turn number 3. Your race leader with a 2 rooster tail lead over Villwock. Jimmy King is going to try to eat into the lead of Dave Villwock for second place. Can he catch him? Oh, I think he jumped over the wake and went outside. Jimmy King went way outside, and that was some rough water. He is now outside Villwock as they come around the exit pit of turn number 4. Jimmy Shane, 2 rooster tail lead, and now a 2 rooster tail lead for second place for Dave Villwock in the 40 down the front stretch. White flag is out.
Here, Jimmy Shane's just got a real comfortable lead now. Dave Villwock does. He's got a couple of rooster tails on King. Going to be a 1-2-3 finish here for those 3 boats, Kevin.
Yes, Jimmy Shane looks so smooth out there. Villwock, I think, taking it a little bit easier now, getting a better ride. Jimmy King battling for everything he's got, but I just don't know that the horsepower is there.
All for naught. 1 lap penalty. Dave Villwock, 1 lap penalty. Second place boat will be Jimmy King.
That
takes him out of the final.
Unless there's some bad luck, and I'll have to check the numbers again here in a second, but unless there's some bad luck in that 4B.
Jimmy Shane off the exit pin of turn number 4 onto the Payne West Insurance front stretch, comes way out wide and takes the checkered flag of the JMC Motorsports start-finish line. On the course, Dave Villwock in second place, but a 1-lap penalty. Jimmy King, your second place boat, the Griggs Ace Hardware 3. And a third place finish for Dustin Eccles if he makes it around. He's in Firehouse Subs turn number 3 into Buffalo Brothers turn number 4. The best fans on the circuit, Buffalo Brothers. Hope you're having a good time at the west end of the course. And wave to Dustin Eccles as he swings way out wide for you. Great photo opportunity. So Eccles onto the Payne West Insurance front stretch, and will take the checkered flag for a third place finish. And the penalty for Dave Villwock.
Do we know where the penalty occurred? Was it at the top end?
I have not heard where it was, just have been informed that we do have a penalty on the 40. Okay. Kevin Rounce mentioned that he was way out of position down at turn number 2. Might have been there.
I was wondering when all of a sudden Jimmy King had to go through Dave's rooster tail up at the top end of the race course. I was just wondering if maybe
he pinched him. Yeah, I don't know. We will find out. We'll get the clarification from upstairs. And I will say this. We have had the best communication with the officiating. And Tana, thank you for everything that you've done to make life easier here between down there.
What are you looking for there?
Michael.
Oh, there you are.
Oh, there's
well, I was wondering if we had an equipment problem, guys. I didn't know if our rudder was stuck.
No.
Okay.
Rudder's in good shape. 5:35 till our start. Sorry.
Brett, you sound like you've been running.
Kind of have.
Yeah.
Kind of have. And as soon as I started running to a little spot, I heard you dialing us up, and then I started to run faster. And now...
And 100-degree heat, too.
Well, yeah, and I'm finding out they not only add steps to this tower each year, they're apparently adding them every hour here.
Yep, it keeps growing.
This building is getting really tall. 5:08. 5 seconds to the 5.
So the boats will be heading out of the Neil F. Lamson pits, heading over to Tire Factory turn number 2.
Pointed them out to the water.
Here comes that cool photo op. And all 4 peel away from the dock. Andrew's going to hang back just a little. But the 8, the 9, the 11, coming 1, 2, 3. Jamie's been sticking his foot in it and running away from everybody, but not this time. J. Michael Kelly, now here goes Jamie. So, Kevin, you got 4 coming. You got 2 coming pretty quick, and they're coming right at you. That would be J. Michael Kelly on your right, Jamie Nielsen, Chartreuse, and Royal Blue on your left.
Yes, it is the 8 Miss Tri-Cities coming out first, getting to that lane 1 in the buoy line, followed by the U11, then the U9, and Corey Peabody bouncing through the wakes, and Andrew Tate's coming up.
Isn't that the way they came out last time?
Yes, I believe you are correct on that one. I know Andrew Tate was last time, and I'm reasonably confident that J. Michael Kelly was first.
Truly surreal that we have the same lineup again.
Well, then why are we doing this? We know.
I was going to say, let's just
Now, wait a minute. Because, and we did find out, it was Dave Villwock was pitching in a little bit that caused, on the top end of the course,
That's it.
that caused Jimmy King to jump outside a little bit.
Outside.
Yep.
Okay. That's what we thought.
Let's see, through the ESCO Electric infield, it's going to be Jamie Nielsen. And he'll cut to the front stretch, Payne West Insurance front stretch, and across
330.
the JMC Motorsports start-finish line. Hard on the throttle through the top end of the course was the 12, Graham Trucking with Andrew Tate. So we'll see who is going to settle in just where, but we still have plenty of time with just over 3 minutes until the start of Heat 4B.
Where Andrew Tate is, I can't tell. Is he inside of the 9 or inside of...
He's inside of the 9, and he's back behind Kelly in the 8. 3 minutes. 3 minutes to the start. Nielsen at the apex of the corner here. Here comes Kelly. Kelly is not really moved out to lane 2 or anything, but Kelly has started to move a little bit. He just put his foot down.
And nobody jumped through the ESCO Electric infield.
And that's why I was trying to keep an eye on where Corey Peabody was, because, or where Andrew Tate was, because you can't really do that from lane 3 or 4. You have to really be in tight to the buoys if you're going to try to do a little cut across the track.
Yeah, where Corey is now, he can't move.
No, he's...
Not yet. He can't. He can get himself up. Now, Mike could if he wanted, but we're still looking at 225. 225.
Yeah, and I think you go through the top end, don't you?
I think you do, too. You know that unofficial mark of mine. You don't want... You don't want to be at the top end, or don't want to be at start-finish at
Somebody
2.
cut. There goes Andrew Tate.
Yeah, Tate jumps through.
Okay, now I said you don't want to be at start-finish at 2 minutes. It's 2:06.
Oh, he's early then.
And he's also way wide. Boy, he's coming hard, though. He is coming hard. He's going to come down and make a hard right-hand turn.
Left.
It'll be a left turn, too, to some of you. It depends on which way you're looking at it or where you put your watch on your hand. Wow, that was pretty bad.
That's good. Good save.
Yeah, he's going to run a big circle with about 45.
That is going to be, that could be problematic for the 12. Because now it's going to be virtually impossible. I mean, I guess he can go up around and try to cut across again, but
watch him jump through the infield, the ESCO Electric infield again and again, and he'll end up in lane number 1.
But right now it is Jamie Nielsen in 1, JMK in 2, Corey Peabody in 3. We'll see what Andrew wants to do at $1:20. Boy, he'd have to slow down. He Tate a lot, but these guys are going to get through the corner here.
He's backed off the throttle. Is he going to jump through? He is.
Here we go.
Oh, boy, he's going to jump through the ESCO Electric infield and try to claim lane number 1.
Inside the GP course, turning that in.
Yeah, he's going to do it. Now, this is going to get real interesting here. He doesn't own that lane until he goes past 2 buoys, and he's about to go by one of them right now.
And he has to remain above 80 miles per hour.
50 seconds, 5-0.
Oh, my God, he is very early.
Wow. Let's watch him to the top end of the course. So that makes Nielsen in 2, J. Michael Kelly in 3, and Corey Peabody in lane number 4. Andrew Tate jumping through the ESCO Electric infield. Electrifying the milling period and claiming lane number 1.
Oh, boy.
Watch him up at the top end of the course. He's got the short course around, and he's really ahead of the clock. At the exit pin of turn number 4 for Buffalo Brothers, Andrew Tate in the Graham Trucking 12 onto the Payne West Insurance front stretch, and he will have no boat speed when they get to start finish.
6 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, Tate got the inside, but on the outside, it's Peabody in the 9. Watch J. Michael Kelly in lane number 3. He's dead even with Jamie Nielsen. The start is under review.
And boy, look at the speed Nielsen brings down here. He gets down to the corner first, and he is in lane number 2. Kevin, this is going to be a good corner.
He's your dark horse there, Brad Luce, and Jamie Nielsen got a great corner, but Corey Peabody with some speed on the outside. If he wasn't early, he's going to be challenging for the lead.
Yeah, the start is under review. It is a good start. It is official. It is a good start. And Jamie Nielsen with the 11 on the backstretch is holding off the hard-charging boat on the outside of him, J. Michael Kelly. But watch the inside. Andrew Tate wanted the inside lane. Is it going to pay off for him as they go into Sun Pacific Energy, Shell Sun Market turn number 3, and Buffalo Brothers turn number 4? Nielsen still with the lead. He had extremely smooth water and did a fantastic job around the top end of the course. Nielsen is in the lead. Second place, Tate. On the outside, Peabody may challenge Tate. J. Michael Kelly's falling back a little bit, but he's going to pull up through the hallway and try to challenge as they head into Fudge Finnegan turn number 1.
Holy cow, look at Jamie Nielsen. He's got great speed down here. He's got about 4 boat lengths on Tate as they get to the apex, Kevin.
Belcher Tate bounced off the water. We're almost entirely into the wash of Jamie Nielsen, but he keeps the speed. Heading into the Griggs backstretch, it's less than a Rooster Tail lead for the 11.
Yeah, Andrew Tate did a really nice job on that turn, coming out of Tire Factory turn number 2 up the Griggs Ace Hardware backstretch. And will he be able to challenge Jamie Nielsen as they get into Shell Sun Market turn number 3? Peabody's falling back a little bit in 3rd place. Here's the battle right now, deck to deck, as they get to the apex and into Buffalo Brothers turn number 4. On the inside, Tate almost even with Jamie Nielsen. Nielsen's holding him off coming down the front stretch. The white flag is out. We've got 1 lap to go. But look at Andrew Tate and what a great job he's done pulling even with Jamie Nielsen. Now they've got to get through turn 1 and 2.
Boy, really flying the 11. Jamie Nielsen's got a lot of air. It's Tate that's going to get down here first on the inside. Literally 1 boat length between the 2. Kevin, you can see it better.
He's blocking the spots. It's bouncing back and forth. Andrew Tate with a great turn that time. But Jamie Nielsen on his quarter panel got some speed going down the Griggs backstretch. They are deck to deck heading down the back.
Final lap for Heat 4B. Could it be any better? On the inside, Andrew Tate and the Graham Trucking. On the outside, J&D's Hydraulics with Jamie Nielsen as they head up to the top end of the course. 2 more corners. Who's going to take the checkered flag? On the inside, it's Tate in the Graham Trucking. He's done a good job holding the buoy line all race long, and he does it again. Out on his hip pocket, though, the 11 with Jamie Nielsen onto the Payne West Insurance front stretch. It's going to be Andrew Tate with the checkered flag. Jamie Nielsen comes in 2nd place, 4 boat lengths behind. 3rd place for Corey Peabody. J. Michael Kelly had backed off the throttle. He's coming through the top end of the course to take 4th place points. Great racing.
Smoke.
Great racing, and what an awesome move by Andrew Tate in the milling period to come back through and get into lane number 1. And we do still watch for any possible issues with the speed. It looked like he was maintaining at least 80 from our standpoint. No word from any of the officials that there was any issues after Andrew Tate jumped into lane number 1.
Not just a great move in that milling period, though, but he had no momentum at the start of that race.
True.
He had nothing. He was having to essentially start, so he fell and was about 4th place right there getting into the...
More better.
Hang on just a sec. Take it.
Hiring. IBEW, working to bring the power to you. Make the move for yourself, for your family, for the future. Visit IBEWLU112.com for additional details.
Find your inspiration at Cost Less Carpet, where you'll find beautiful backsplash mosaics and subway tiles, elegant quartz and granite countertops, scratch-resistant laminate flooring, solid and engineered hardwood, waterproof vinyl flooring, porcelain tile, and of course, durable stain-resistant carpet. All in stock and at the guaranteed lowest price. Let our team of designer specialists help you turn your ideas into reality. Cost Less Carpet is your home improvement headquarters for the greatest selection at the lowest price. Find your nearest Cost Less Carpet in Richland, Pasco, Hermiston, or Walla Walla.
Now, back to News Radio 610 KONA's coverage of the 2018 Columbia Cup, presented by Farmers Exchange in Kennewick.
Also, thanks to Soul. Right next to each other, Cal Phipps, J. Michael Kelly. You got the bright red 12 on the inside, the Graham Trucking, the Oberto. Fantastic coloring on that boat. Cal Phipps in that 1918 boat in lane number 2. Eccles way outside in the 440, bright orange boat. Bucket List Racing.
Yeah, and he'll get over here to Tire Factory Turn 2 first. Trying to get a little bit of boat speed. Now he's got his foot in it a little bit.
Mark, 1 minute.
1 minute to the start. Looks like they're in a really good spot of the course right now to time this out.
They are. They're in a perfect position right now. Dustin Eccles, he's in that smaller boat. He's going to go up there ahead of everybody. He'll stay way wide. He does not want to jump to an inside lane and mix it up with these guys. He'll keep it very wide. Coming up on 40 seconds, Michael. Bring him down.
Yeah, do you think that J. Michael Kelly and Cal Phipps are looking at each other? I mean, they're just right next to each other. It's incredible.
Making dinner plans.
Yeah, or pointing fingers. I'm going to get you. All right, top end of the course. Dustin Eccles is way on the outside. He's going to try to plan to have that boat speed when he comes in lane number 5 or 6.
20
He's
seconds.
backing off the throttle now at 20 seconds before the start of Heat 2A from SM El Pueblo Markets. So you've got J. Michael Kelly on the inside, Cal Phipps in lane number 2, and then way outside, Dustin Eccles. Bring us the countdown to the start-finish line.
3, 2, 1. Mark.
Ultra clean for all boats. Dustin Eccles going to have the lead, at least for now. Watch Cal Phipps. He's passing up J. Michael Kelly in lane number 2, coming down the front stretch.
A lot of air under the boat, especially under JMK in lane 1. And getting down here first, dead even as they get out here. But it's Kelly with the lane position, Kevin.
Absolutely. JMK going to get around the factory turn 2 first, but Cal Phipps in the Oberto has the boat speed on the outside.
That was a huge turn and a big rough water and lumpy in turn number 2. Tire Factory turn number 2 as the boats made it through. Cal Phipps, though, with the lead heading up the back stretch. This is the question we posed. Can Cal Phipps in the Oberto win in lane number 2 if J. Michael Kelly's on the inside? And we're going to find out as Dustin Eccles has faded back now a couple of rooster tails in the 440 Bucket List Racing. Into Buffalo Brothers turn number 4. It is Cal Phipps in the lead at the exit pin of the top end turn. Coming down the front stretch, he's ahead by a half a rooster tail, trying to extend that lead. J. Michael Kelly's trying to fight back in the 12 Graham Trucking. Can he catch him? Don't know as they head down the front stretch to West Coast Auto Dealers turn number 1. It's a rooster tail lead now for Cal Phipps.
Yeah, Cal Phipps is opening up water on Kelly. He doesn't have enough of a lead to move to the inside lane, but he's got almost a full rooster tail on JMK, Kevin.
Absolutely, and Cal Phipps going to clean Tire Factory turn 2, and he gets to put on the gas right there going to the backstretch, and he's about a rooster tail and a half now on the 12.
J. Michael Kelly in the 12 Graham Trucking lost a lot of speed at the exit pin of our Tire Factory turn number 2 up the backstretch. It's nearly a 2 rooster tail lead for the Oberto 1918 with Cal Phipps. Top end of the course into U-Pull-It Auto Parts turn number 3, Cal Phipps. Fading back, J. Michael Kelly, and you've got to wonder about the Graham Trucking 12 right now. It's Cal Phipps that will come across the start-finish line, leading this race by 3, maybe 4 rooster tails at this point, and that boat looks fantastic and was pulling away early, and he's pulling away late, and now he can actually start to back off the throttle a little bit, heading down the front stretch.
Yeah, he can clearly use any part of the race course he wants now, and I think maybe discretion's the better part of valor with JMK if he's not having a problem, but our leader's right in front of you, Kevin, looking beautiful at the exit pin.
Absolutely. I think he's sticking around in lane 2 or lane 3. I think he doesn't necessarily want to be on this buoy line as he flies up the backstretch to turn 3. JMK in behind him. I think he has eased up, and he's just going to go ahead and make sure this boat gets to the finish, get some points on the day, and see if he can get something lined up for the final tomorrow.
Yeah, so Cal Phipps now extending his lead to nearly a full straightaway on that backstretch. He's into U-Pull-It Auto Parts turn number 3, Buffalo Brothers turn number 4. A nice, easy ride around the Columbia River course to complete lap number 2. Dustin Eccles, or lap number 3. Dustin Eccles out there just at the exit pin of Tire Factory turn number 2 in 3rd place coming up the back stretch. He will not have the opportunity to claim 2nd place away from the 12 Graham Trucking with J. Michael Kelly. Mike is now in the top end of the course into Buffalo Brothers turn number 4, and the boat just doesn't, something's missing. And I know they lost an engine and they put another bullet in it, but something is definitely missing, and I don't know. I thought to hear a little compression stall.
Yeah, I agree with you, Michael. If he was going to let if he was going to let Cal go, that's one thing, but he's half a lap behind right now. Something is definitely askew in our defending champion.
But he needs the points.
He does need the points, and he'll take 300, and he'll be just fine. Once he realized he couldn't run with Calvin, and I think Calvin's got a real piece. He's at the top end of the race course. Bring him home, Michael McDonald.
Yeah, it's a checkered flag lap, and it is out now. And running all the way out towards the shoreline, Buffalo Brothers turn number 4. A great photo op for all the Buffalo Brothers fans. Here he comes out of the front stretch. The 1918 Oberto with Cal Phipps taking our checkered flag after 4-lap Heat 2A from SM El Pueblo Market. That is